After a lot of foggy days, finally the sun came out. A pleasure for the soul. Coming from Rotterdam Botlek was the tanker Atlantis Almeria. 15 years old, she is 109 meters long, 17 meters wide, and her destination was Hamburg. The Hapag-Lloyd container ship Montreal Express came from Antwerp. She was built in 2003, is 194 meters long and 32 meters wide. With relaxed 7.5 knots, the feeder ship Marburg came by, on her tour from Gdynia in Poland to Hamburg. 16 years old, her size is 158 to 24 meters. This is the LPG tanker Helena Kosan. She was built in 2007, has a length of 115 meters and a beam of 19 meters, and was sailing from Butzfleth to Ried Outer Elbe. The 2017-built Conroe Atlantic Sky came from Liverpool in England. Her length is 296 meters, her beam 38 meters. Sailing from Antwerp to Stade was the tanker Nordic Saga. Her length is 89 meters, her beam 13 meters, her age 18 years. The Rio Grande Express was built in 2006. Her size is 260 to 32 meters. She was on her way to Rotterdam. In gusty wind, El Manama drove down the Elbe. This box mover is 17 years old, 306 meters long and 40 meters wide. Her destination port was Wilhelmshaven. Underway from Hamburg to Antwerp was the tanker Saltstraum. Built in 2020, she is 129 meters long and 20 meters wide. The chemical tanker Stolt Seagull fought her way through the waves. She was built in 1997, measures 100 to 17 meters, and was on tour from Bootsvleth to Antwerp. It already grew darker. Then the 399 meters long and 57 meters wide Ellie Maersk came by. She was built in 2007. Her destination was Antwerp. The freighter Neuseborg came from Brest in France. Built in 2006, she has a length of 111 meters and a beam of 14 meters. She was sailing to Hamburg. The freighter Koga Revolution is 135 meters long, 22 meters wide, and was built in 2005. She was underway to Southampton in Great Britain. The 20-year-old tanker Jana drove from Esbjerg in Denmark to Hamburg. Her length is 69 meters, her beam 12 meters. Coming from Hamburg was the bulk carrier Premiership. Built in 2010, she is 288 meters long and 45 meters wide. Her destination port was Port Cartier in Canada. The freighter Svealand was sailing to Aarhus in Sweden. This vessel is 24 years old, 89 meters long and 13 meters wide. The feeder ship Edith was driving from Bremerhaven to Hamburg. Her length is 140 meters, her beam 20 meters. Edith was built in 2005. The tanker Apatith was built in 2024, is 118 meters long and 17 meters wide. Coming from Szczecin in Poland, she was driving to Hamburg. The freighter Eisetal got a ray of sunshine. She came from Hausvik in Norway. Her age is 20 years, her length 88 meters, her beam 13 meters. Maike D was sailing from Wilhelmshaven to Hamburg. She measures 133 to 19 meters and was built in 2000. The 2022 built hopper dredger Vox Ariane drove empty in the direction of Hamburg. She is 138 meters long and 28 meters wide. As always, on Saturday evening, the Aida Nova came from Hamburg down the Elbe. This time her destination was Copenhagen in Denmark. Aida Nova was built in 2018 by the Meyer Werft in Papenburg in Germany. Her length is 337 meters, her beam 42 meters. In Cuxhaven and Hamburg the view was clear, but I had my own private fog field. Through this, the freighter Paula drove, coming from Rotterdam-Walhaven. Paula is 152 meters long, 20 meters wide, and was built in 2000. Through the fog came the Berlin Express, a 2023 built container ship from Hapag-Lloyd. She is 400 meters long, and 61 meters wide. She was sailing from Rotterdam Maasvlakte to Hamburg. Underway from Ostermoor in Germany to Butzfleth was the tanker Wikstraum. She measures 129 to 20 meters and was built in 2019. The tanker Manus came from Geneva in Italy and drove to Hamburg. Built in 2008, she has a length of 129 meters and a beam of 19 meters. The freighter Have Dolphin came from Goole in England. She is 88 meters long, 13 meters wide and 32 years old. The 2013-built APL Raffles is 398 meters long and 51 meters wide. She came from Le Havre in France. Enegos Force is a 294 meters long and 47 meters wide LNG tanker. Her tour went from Butzfleth to an anchor place in the German Bight. At afternoon then, the sight was clear again. Then Beate hurried up from Hamburg to Aarhus in Denmark. She is 134 meters long, 23 meters wide, and was built in 2005. The container ship Vega Alpha is 155 meters long, has a beam of 22 meters, and is 20 years old. She came from Immingham in Great Britain. Lorraine came from Rotterdam Maasvlakte. She was built in 2006 with a length of 222 meters and a beam of 30 meters. Neuwerk is a multi-purpose vessel of the German Coast Guard. She is stationed in Cuxhaven and was here on a patrol round. Built in 1998, she is 79 meters long and 18 meters wide. Coming from Rauma in Finland was the container ship Empire. She was built in 2009. Her length is 170 meters, her beam 25 meters. The 2024 built container ship CMA CGM Hermitage was on feeder tour from Bremerhaven to Hamburg. She measures 204 to 30 meters. Even more colorful boxes, this time on the Acacia. This vessel is 149 meters long, 23 meters wide, and was built in 2004. She came from Wilhelmshaven. The high-speed catamaran Halunda Jet, that during the summer season is driving daily from Hamburg to Heligoland, had suspended her winter pause to do some sea trials. Unluckily, the vessel turned back into the direction of Hamburg, still being quite far away from my position. Her jet was built in 2018 and measures 57 to 14 meters. The Hapag-Lloyd container ship Missouri Express was sailing from Hamburg to Thames in Great Britain. She was built in 2008, is 306 meters long, and has a beam of 40 meters. On tour to Antwerp was the freighter Golden Karoo. She is 200 meters long, 31 meters wide, and 12 years old. The container ship Hinweis came from Thames in England. She has a length of 263 meters, a beam of 32 meters, and was built in 2006. The freighter Arklo Beach came from Hamburg with destination Porsgrunn in Norway. She measures 120 to 15 meters and is 11 years old. We already saw the freighter Paula in the fog on her way to Hamburg. Now she returned in the brightest sunshine. This time she was underway to Portsmouth in Great Britain. Kilian Oldendorf is a 2020-built bulk carrier. Her length is 229 meters, her beam 32 meters. She came from Kamsar in Guinea and was on her way to Butzfleeth. Underway to Tees in England was the tanker Diabelli. She was built in 2022, is 100 meters long and 14 meters wide. Another box mover, this time Tunedal. This ship is 13 years old, 158 meters long and 24 meters wide. Her destination was Rotterdam.